like to begin this journey into the lives of the legends of the sea by talking about a woman who is named a hero of the planet by Time magazine. Dr. Sylvia Earle is one of the world's most well-known and well-respected oceanographers. She has spent over 6,500 hours underwater exploring the world's oceans and has led more than 70 expeditions all over the world. Some of her most memorable achievements are the Tektite 2 expedition, exploring the seafloor in the gym suit, her participation in the construction of undersea vehicles like Deep Rover and Deep Flight, her position as the chief scientist of NOAA, and most recently, the 2009 TED Prize she received for her proposal to establish a global network of marine protected areas. Dr. Earle has produced films, written books, owned companies, and raised a family. Dr. Earle is currently serving as Explorer in Residence at the National Geographic Society and leading the Google Ocean Advisory Council, a group of scientists managing the content of ocean in Google Earth. Dr. Earle, also known as Her Deepness, is an inspirational figure in worldwide ocean conservation efforts, providing us with valuable knowledge and hope for the future of our seas.
So, this is the portrait of my mother, Sylvia Earle, and it's just wonderful to have it here at Google, where so many people are able to enjoy it. You know, in the beginning of this whole project, they started off with all the sculptures, all the heads at our facility in Alameda. And it was pretty amazing. It was almost sort of Easter Island-esque to have all the heads lined up in there, and everyone would come in and say, what is this? You know, why are they here? And when we were working on the Google Ocean project, or more properly the ocean layer in Google Earth, we had a lot of the Google personnel come through, and they just were so interested. Every time they come in, they'd be like, oh, here's Jacques, there's Jean-Michel, here's Sylvia. And they wanted to know which one was coming next, when was it going to be here, and just really got engaged with the story. So the next thing you know, they said, you know, we should really bring them down to Google. And I was like, yeah, right. Another year passed, and more statues accumulated, and someone came through again and said, we were really serious. So we brought Victor here, and we did the huge drive around all the different Google properties, all the different potential places. And we came to this one, which, for anyone that really knows about underwater, it very much resembles a coral reef. You have the coral palmies, you have some nice sort of persimmon trees that stick up like gorgonians, and it just has that aquatic feel, the nice sandstone path that passes through. And that was it. It was the eureka moment. We had to have it here. Then we realized this was on top of the parking structure. And so then it undertook an entire engineering study and days of work and months of planning, but we finally came down and were able to get it installed. But again, we couldn't use anything by way of power tools or forklifts or anything like that, so we just had to bring it in and do this all by hand. So it was this great sort of Egyptian move of rolling everything in by hand and getting the gantry cranes and using all of our underwater diving expertise and rigging to very carefully get all the statues placed here. But it's amazing to me the number of people now that will send me, or I'll just find it online, of Sylvia Earle at Google. And they pose with it, you know, they pose with all the different statues, but they always are particularly taken by this one. But, you know, my mom always says she really wishes she could get her hair to do this. This beautiful underwater piece. And it really brings back the memory of having Victor call me on kind of this daily basis, saying, oh, I'm making some more dust, and does the hair look right, and does this look right? And I get the emails back and forth, and pretty soon it's just amazing to watch out of this solid chunk of rock emerge something, you know, so beautiful and compelling that really touches people from all over the world when they can come here and see this piece and the others here on the Google campus.